Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to explain you accounting treatment of goodwill at the time of retirement or death of a partner. When a partner retires or dies, his share of profits is taken by the continuing partners for which they compensate the retiring or deceased partner. The compensation paid is known as goodwill. In other words, the retiring or deceased partner is entitled to his share of goodwill at the time of retirement or death because the goodwill has been earned by the firm at the time when he was a partner. The goodwill has been earned by the firm with the efforts of all the existing partners. There are 4 steps in treatment of goodwill. First, calculation of goodwill of the entire firm as per partners' agreement, including retiring partner. Second, ascertainment of retiring partner's share of goodwill. Third, calculation of gaining ratio. Fourth, accounting treatment of goodwill. So let us understand accounting treatment of goodwill with the help of some examples. So let us do question number 4th of your textbook given on page number 264. So here is question number 1 of question number 4th. In this question we have to pass necessary entry for goodwill. Here question is Akriti, Prakriti and Sanskriti are the partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2. Sanskriti retires. At the time of her retirement, the goodwill is valued at rupees 30,000. Now here, we are not given gaining ratio as well as new profit and loss sharing ratio. Here, Sanskriti is the retiring partner. So first, let us calculate Sanskriti's share in the firm's goodwill. Here, firm's goodwill is 30,000 and Sanskriti's share in profit is 2/10. According to old ratio, that is 5:3:2, Sanskriti's share in profit is 2/10. Here it is. So 30,000 multiplied by 2/10 is equal to 6,000. Now as Sanskriti is retiring, so she will be given her share in the firm's goodwill by the continuing partners in their gaining ratio. As we have already studied that when a partner retires, his or her share of profits is taken by the continuing partner for which continuing partner compensate the retiring partner. But here we are not given gaining ratio as well as new profit and loss sharing ratio. So when the ratio in which the retiring partner's share is to be distributed among the continuing partners is not given, it is assumed that the continuing partners will continue to share the profit or loss in their respective old profit and loss sharing ratio. It means their old ratio will become the new ratio. In this situation, new ratio of continuing partners becomes their old ratio by eliminating retiring partners' share. Here, gaining ratio will be the same as old ratio in such situation. So here, that means gaining ratio of Akriti and Prakriti would be 5:3. That means it will be the same as their old ratio. Now as Sanskriti is retiring partner, so she is entitled to her share of goodwill, that is rupees 6,000, and that will be compensated by continuing partner, that means Akriti and Prakriti, in their old ratio, that is here as the gaining ratio is not given, so it will be same as the old ratio, that is 5:3. So according to 5:3, Akriti will give 3,750 and Prakriti will give 2,250. So here entry would be Akriti's capital account debit 3,750, Prakriti's capital account debit 2,250 and Sanskriti's capital account credit rupees 6,000. Now here question arises, why retiring partner will be given his or her share in the firm's goodwill by the continuing partners by making necessary adjustments only in capital accounts of the partners. So here is the answer. As per the accounting standard 26, only that goodwill for which consideration is paid can be recorded in the books of accounts. Internally generated goodwill cannot be recorded in the books of accounts. At the time of retirement of a partner also, the goodwill of the firm is valued by internal assessment only. Therefore, no goodwill can be shown in the balance sheet of the firm as an asset. And therefore, retiring partner will be given his or her share in the firm's goodwill by the continuing partner in their gaining ratio by making necessary adjustments only in capital accounts of the partner. Now let us do question number 2. X, Y and Z are the partners sharing profit and loss in equal proportion, that is 1:1:1. Goodwill appears at rupees 42,000 in the books of the firm. At the time of retirement of X, the goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 1,20,000. So in this question, as you can see that here old goodwill is appearing in the books of the firm, that is rupees 42,000. So note that when old goodwill appears in the old balance sheet should be written off by debiting all the partners' capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio because the old partnership is dissolved. So here old goodwill, that is 42,000, will be distributed according to old profit and loss sharing ratio, that is 1:1:1. So here X capital account will be debited by rupees 14,000, Y's capital account will be debited by rupees 14,000 and Z's capital account will be debited by rupees 14,000. Now next, here firm's goodwill is given, that is 1,20,000 and here X is the retiring partner. So here we need to find out X shares of goodwill in firm's goodwill. So X share in profit is 1/3 according to the ratio 1:1:1. So here X share in profit is 1/3. So 1,20,000 multiplied by 1/3 is equal to 40,000. 40,000 is X share in goodwill, in firm's goodwill. So here we are not given gaining ratio as well as new profit and loss sharing ratio. So we know that in such situation, gaining ratio will be the same as old profit and loss sharing ratio. So here gaining ratio will be 1:1, that will be the same as old profit and loss sharing ratio. So here Y's capital account will be debited by rupees 20,000, Z's capital account will be debited by rupees 20,000 and X capital account will be credited by rupees 40,000 as X is retiring partner and he is being given his share of goodwill by continuing partner. So X capital account will be credited and Y's and Z capital account will be debited as they are compensating, as they are giving to X his share of goodwill. Now let us do question number 5. B, R, T and S are the partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 4:3:1:2. B retires. Goodwill is appearing in their books at rupees 20,000 and at the time of B's retirement, goodwill is valued at rupees 60,000. RT and S decided to share the future profits of new firm in the ratio of 1:2:2. So here in this question we are given old ratio, that is 4:3:1:2. Here it is. And we are also given new profit and loss sharing ratio, that is 1:2:2. So as here old goodwill is appearing in their books, so it should be written off by debiting all the partners' capital account in their old profit and loss sharing ratio, because the old partnership is dissolved. Or we can also say that old goodwill account will be closed by distributing the amount of goodwill among old partners in old profit loss sharing ratio. So according to old profit sharing ratio, that is 4:3:1:2, here 20,000 will be distributed as B's capital account will be debited with rupees 8,000. R's capital account will be debited with rupees 6,000. T's capital account will be debited with rupees 2,000. And S capital account will be debited with rupees 4,000. And goodwill account will be credited as it has been closed with rupees 20,000. Now, for second entry, here partner B retires and retiring partner's share of goodwill is adjusted to remaining partners in their gaining ratio. So here, first we will find out gaining ratio. So here is the working note. Here we have both the information. We have new share of partners and also we have old share of partners. So by applying the formula of gain, that is gain equals to new share minus old share. So let us find out first R's gain. Here R's new share is 1/5 according to new ratio, that is 1:2:2, minus R's old share was 3/10 according to old ratio, that is 4:3:1:2. If we solve this, we will get minus 5/50. That means here we are getting answer with minus sign. So it indicates that R is not gaining, but R has sacrificed. We have applied the formula of gain and we are getting answer with minus sign. So that means here R is not gaining, but he is sacrificing. Now let us calculate T's gain. Here T's new share is 2/5 and T's old share was 1/10. If we solve this, we will get 15/50. That means T's gain is 15/50. Then S, and let us find out S gain. Here S new share is 2/5 and S old share was 2/10. If we solve this, we will get 10/50. So that means here R has not gained on retirement of B. Here T and S have gained. Therefore, here T and S capital account will be debited and B's and R's capital account will be credited. So note that if any of the remaining partners has sacrificed a part of his share in the profits of the firm on retirement of a partner, his capital account will also be credited along with retiring partner's capital account with his proportion of sacrifice. And the continuing partners' capital accounts are debited who have gained on retirement of a partner. So here T's capital account will be debited with his proportion of gain. Here T's proportion of gain is 15 by 50 that we just found out. So 60,000, that is firm's goodwill. 60,000 multiplied by 15 by 50, which comes to 18,000. So here T's capital account will be debited with rupees 18,000. Similarly, S capital account will be debited with rupees 12,000. That means 60,000 multiplied by S proportion of gain, that is 10 by 50, which comes to 12,000. So S capital account debit will be debited by rupees 12,000. Now as B is retiring partner, so here B will receive 24,000. That means 60,000 multiplied by B's share in profit, that is 4 by 10. According to old ratio, that is 4 by 10. So 60,000 multiplied by 4 by 10, that gives you 24,000. So B's capital account will be credited by rupees 24,000. Then R's capital account will be credited with his proportion of sacrifice, that is 5 by 50, which we just found out. So here as R is sacrificing, so his capital will be credited. That means 60,000 multiplied by 5 by 50, that gives you 6,000. So R's capital account will be credited by rupees 6,000. So here T and S, who are gaining partner, will compensate not only retiring partner B but also R, the sacrificing partner. Now let us do question number 6. A, M, U and L are the partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 6:4:3:2. U retires. His capital account after making adjustments for reserves and profit on revaluation is rupees 80,000. Remaining partners have agreed to pay him rupees 1,40,000 in full settlement of his claim. The new profit loss sharing ratio of A, M and L is decided at 6:5:4 after the retirement of U. So here we are given old profit and loss sharing ratio, that is 6:4:3:2, and we are also given new profit and loss sharing ratio, that is 6:5:4. So first we need to find out retiring partner's share of goodwill. So let us see working note for that. So here is the working note. Here in the question we are given total amount payable to U, that is retiring partner, in final settlement of his account, that is 1,40,000. And we are also given capital of U except goodwill, that is 80,000. So when you subtract 80,000 from 1,40,000, that comes to 60,000, and that is goodwill payable to U, which will be given by continuing partners to the retiring partner in their gaining ratio. So here we again need to find out gaining ratio. So let us find out A's gain first. We know the formula of gain, that is new share minus old share. So here A's gain will be, A's new share is 6/15 according to new profit and loss sharing ratio, and his old share is again 6/15 according to old profit and loss sharing ratio. So when we solve it, we will get 0. That means A is gaining nothing. Then let us obtain M's gain. Here M's new share is 5/15 minus M's old share is 4/15, and if we solve it, we will get 1/15 as M's gain. Similarly, L's gain will be found out. Here L's new share is 4 by 15 and L's old share was 2 by 15, and if we solve it, we will get 2 by 15 as L's gain. That means here M and L are gaining, and their gaining ratio is 1:2. So let us see journal entry. Here 60,000 will be distributed as 20,000 and 40,000 according to the gaining ratio, that is 1:2. Here journal entry would be M's capital account debit 20,000, L's capital account debit 40,000, and U's capital account will be credited by rupees 60,000. As here continuing partners M and L are giving share in goodwill to the retiring partner U. So that's all for today. I hope you would have understood this. Thank you very much.